Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 100% accurate second round Soggy Sports NBA playoff prediction extravaganza, okay? As you can see from the first video, I was 100% correct about all my predictions. Don't go back and watch the video, take my word for it. I didn't get any of this series wrong. And this time, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing, but for the second round. I know, crazy, right? But let's just jump right into the first series. And the first series we're going to get into is going to be in the Eastern Conference with the Miami Heat versus the New York Knicks, as everyone expected, obviously, in the second round. And the Miami Heat are currently up 1-0 as of recording this audio. And in my opinion, I have the Miami Heat actually winning the series in 6 games. Now, I actually had the Cleveland Cavaliers winning the first round, so I'm once again going against the New York Knicks, so they're probably going to once again make me be wrong. But in my opinion, I just think Miami is probably the better all-around team. Jimmy Butler is playoff Jesus, okay? Well, I don't know what gets into him, if he takes steroids in the playoffs or what, but he just becomes a different animal and drops 56 points in playoff series randomly. So I think when you have a player like that, it's very hard to lose, especially in a team that you're probably equally as talented in. Now, yes, I know Julius Randle missed the first game, and that was a huge miss, obviously, but Jimmy Butler also just turned his ankle, so if that's not a huge problem, I have them winning in 6 games. But if Jimmy Butler's out, obviously that switches a lot of things, but I do have the Miami Heat winning the series in a total of 6 games. And then moving on to the second series in the Eastern Conference, we have the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Boston Celtics. Now, this would be an extremely entertaining and fun series if Joel Embiid's knee didn't explode on him. And the fact that they said there was swelling behind it and the MRI came back negative, that's probably not a great sign for someone that's a big like Joel Embiid, and it's probably not a great sign for the 76ers, and I heard that he is doubtful for first game, and he might just be out at this point. So I would definitely probably say, with Boston probably being the more talented team and more well-built all-around team, and now Joel Embiid being hurt, if he even does come back for this series, I would have to give the lead and the edge to the Boston Celtics. And if Joel Embiid can't come back, I would have them winning in 5. And if he can come back, they're going to win in 6 or 7, in my opinion, probably 6 games, because if he's out for game 1, that's pretty much a guaranteed win.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert, class!
For Boston. So I would imagine they're going to win in 6 or 5 games, and if Embiid comes back and can be the Embiid we all know, then maybe it goes 7 games. But I just think health is going to be too big of an issue, and I think Boston is just a slightly better team as well, even with both teams fully healthy. So I have the Boston Celtics taking this one and moving on to the conference finals. And now for the first series in the Western Conference, we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Phoenix Suns. Now, this series is going to be very interesting. Now, yes, Denver dismantled the Suns in the first game, I understand, but the Suns still have KD, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton, okay? They're still extremely talented. But with that said, I'm not sure who's going to win. This is the most 50-50 series in my opinion, and it really depends on how good Jokic plays and how good KD plays and Devin Booker. But I just can't imagine the Phoenix Suns lose in the second round. I just can't imagine it, and I think that they are a slightly better team when it comes to talent, but they're not as well built or nearly as deep, and it's just a very tough series to call, but I'm going to go with the Phoenix Suns. I just can't see KD getting bounced in the second round again, assuming they're fully healthy, and especially with this supporting cast that he has. I think he's going to take over the series, and I think the Phoenix Suns win the series in a 7-game fashion, and it's going to be very, very close. And like I said, Denver Nuggets fans, don't hate me. It could go either way, and if my first round predictions were any replication of what's going to happen here, it's probably a good thing I'm not picking your team to win. And now finally moving to the last series in this video, it is going to be Golden State versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, this is one of my most exciting series of this entire round. Now, like I said, Philly and Boston would be that, but Joel Embiid's hurt. I'm not sure how competitive the Denver Nuggets and Phoenix series is going to be. I hope that Phoenix can turn around, and that, like I said, I have them winning, but I mean, there's still questions of how good either team actually is against each other. And then I think Miami is going to handle the Knicks. So I think Steph Curry versus LeBron, a finals matchup, at least when it comes to those two. Those are always fun to watch play against. You have one of the greatest players of all time against another one of the greatest players of all time, and it's just a very fun series to watch. But I have the Golden State Warriors actually winning in 6 games. The reason is because, one, I think Steph Curry right now is on a mission to really prove himself, and if he gets his 5th ring, I think that's going to be very impressive. But it also, on one hand, you have LeBron, who doesn't want Curry to pass him up in rings and is very much hungry to catch Michael Jordan if he hasn't already. already. In my opinion, he has, but I know a lot of people's heads he hasn't, and a 5th ring would go a long way to help him in that argument. And you know how both teams want this really, really bad. Draymond does ride LeBron's dick a lot, so no telling if Draymond might throw this series or not, but I still have Golden State winning in 6 games. But this is another series that should be able to go either way and should be extremely, extremely competitive. But unfortunately, guys, that's more for this video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think what I was right? Do you think I was wrong on any of these? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you'd like to point, hit the like button and subscribe button, mean the absolute word to me, and I hope you have a blessed day, because I had a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. All glory to God. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah.